What's up, you guys? Look, I'm about to get ready. Time to go to bed. Well, watch a movie, go to bed. It's two. It's 2:39. Well, say 2:40 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I just want, like the only thing I don't even know, but I'm gonna tell you this. I already forgave everybody. I don't hold grudges. I don't do evil for evil. I don't do none of that. I don't hold grudges. I don't hold none of that. My thing is, I know it's a lot of famous people, but how did the famous people get my name? That's it. That's the only thing I want. I know I. That's the only thing that I know that is owed to me. How did they get my name? That's something I know that it's owed to me. Like for real. That's owed to me. How did they get my name? It's a lot of famous people. Like I'm not even in your league. But how did you get my name? That's it. That's something that I want to know. How did they get my name? I ain't never been to a concert. I ain't never been to a concert before. I'm lame. I'm lame. When I say I'm lame, I ain't never been to a concert before. I always wanted to go to a concert, but I've never been. I never been to a concert. I never been around nobody famous. I never have. I never been around nobody famous. Never been around nobody famous. I don't even know nobody famous. Like how? I think I don't care what's going on in the world, whatever. But I think that's owed to me. How did a lot of famous people get my name? I believe I already forgave everybody. God don't want you to hold grudges. God don't want you to do evil for evil. God don't want you to do none of that. But I think that's owed to me. How did you get my name? Where you just pick me up from? Like, I mean, hey, did you see a post on my Facebook or what? How did you get my name? Who gave you my name? My name is unique. My name is unique. So you have to know somebody to get my name. And that's the God's truth. You have to know somebody to get my name. My name is unique. My name is Lakias. Who is gonna put that in the way that it's spelled? Who just gonna put that in there and just say, "Oh, that's the name"? But only God sent me here. But I want to know how did they get my name? Someone has had to get my name to famous people. I don't know no famous people. I ain't never been no. I ain't never. I'm lame. I ain't never been to a concert. No concert. Like never. 42 years of my life, I ain't never been to a concert. That it sound crazy, but I ain't never been to a concert. I ain't never just really went out of Dallas. If I done been one time, I done went to well, I went to New Orleans. When I went to New Orleans, I was like 20 years old, 21, and we was writing checks. We was writing checks. We was going down there to write checks and make money. I went to New Orleans. I went to Mississippi. I went to the club in Mississippi because I know one of my friends are from Mississippi, so I went down there with their family. That's it. That's all I've been. Yeah, that's it. I ain't been nowhere. Oklahoma, Shreveport, that doesn't count, to me. But get on a plane and going somewhere, if the car don't go nowhere, I never went. So how do these people know me? How do people know me? And my name all the way in Las Vegas. Wow. And it's so funny to me because my name my name in Las Vegas. Why my name is all the way out there? I ain't never been to Vegas before. A day of my life, I want to visit there, but I never been. Why my name in Las Vegas? Don't nobody know that. Why is my name all the way down there? And then whoever put my name down there made me 94 years old. And it sounds weird, but I check up on my business as in being an adult, because there's some things that you have to do when you're an adult, because people do that. And I know if I have done it to somebody before, then that means I'm gonna always be on top of that type of thing. I'm gonna always be on top of that. So how did fame get my name? And why is my name in Las Vegas? I want to visit there, but I never been. And how I'm gonna get there? The car? For real. I'm gonna get on the plane, but right now, not right now. Not right now. Not right now. We ain't saying right now. But how did all these famous people, like who knew all these famous people? And church folk. Like, that's what I want to know. I want to know that for real. How they know all these? I mean, I know somebody probably been to church, go to church or something like that. I'm not knocking that, but all these famous people, how do you know all these people? It's a lot of famous people. Like, hey, I mean, if your life was revolved around a lot of famous folks, my life don't revolve around famous folks, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to get to either where they at, or trying to do something to build myself, for I can do what I have to do with what I need to do in life. So just hanging around, I don't mind that you're famous or whatever, you got money or whatever, but I can't do what God want me to do on this earthly land by just hanging with famous folk, or just because they got money, or I'm trying to lean on their money. I can't prosper in a world like that. So I just want to know how. And I don't even got we don't even got famous people in my family. And if we do, I don't know. If we do, I don't know. I half know half of them. I barely know half of them. I just met somebody that one of my friends, supposed to be my best friend, whatever. However, she went to go pay her car note, or whatever, and I rode with her. And one of my cousins, I never seen him. I never met him before. I never seen him before. So, oh yeah, that's your cousin. That's your cousin. Okay, well, that's my cousin. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know half of of people. I don't know. I don't really have that many people. Just being real, everybody are really deceased in my family. So I don't have that many people. Like on my mama's side, everybody got them. Everybody. Like the kids, they still like my mama. And I never met my mama. Never met her a day in my life. Never met her. She was already gone before I guess I was born or something. And then her mother, I met her mother, but I never met my mom's mom. Never met my dad's dad. It's a lot of stuff. Like for real, it's a lot of stuff. I don't know. I don't crowds. Like I had a group, but a big crowd and like when I was younger, family reunions and stuff like that. That's how we had family reunions. That's how I knew people. But other than that, I don't know nobody. Cause always in the family, somebody always got their nose snared up at somebody. And for me not to even go off or just say anything, I stay to myself. I stay at home. Now, I used to go to the parties and stuff like that, but after a while, I'd be ready to go. So who know all these famous folk? Who know all these famous folks? Like I don't know. I don't care if you stay in my city. It's a lot. It's a lot of famous folks that stay here. Like I think what George Bush, ain't that his name? He stayed here unless he moved. He stayed here. He stayed in Highland Park, where I'm from. I always say that, but I'm not from Highland Park. But that's where he stayed here. It's a lot of people, but I don't know them people. I don't be going to chase them down like, oh my God, they stay here. Oh, I gotta go see where they stay. I don't know. I have my own little world that I be in. This little world right here. Oh, you see, I look straight. I look. That's what I've been doing. I've been straightening up, cleaning up everything because I was looking a mess. So I just can't. I can't live in filth. I don't know where I'm at. The house dirty, if it's junky, whatever it is, I'm gonna clean it up because I still have to stay there. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I don't care who house it is. I don't care who house it is. I don't care if I'm there and I see that the house is messy or junky or something. I don't care how many times I have to clean up. I'm gonna clean it up because I still have to stay there. I'm just not supposed to go all the way somewhere in the kitchen and I see all these dishes or whatever. I don't care what they got going on. I don't care. But if I'm staying wherever I'm staying at, I'm gonna clean up because I don't live like that. To each his own. I don't. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna clean up. That's why the kids don't. The kids don't cut corners. He clean. For real, man. I don't care who house it is. If I go to your house or whoever house it is, and I gotta lay my head down there, and if it's all messed up and it's junky, whatever it is, I don't care who house it is. I'm gonna clean up myself. Just like when I come over here and I gotta clean, but I start throwing everything in trash. If it don't look right, I'm throwing it in trash. It's in trash. I sit it out in the front, right in front of your. I will clean it up. I will clean it up. That's why I say I don't have to. I don't have to sit here and I don't have to sit here and go back and forth with nobody. Or say or go up in there and say, "Girl, your house is so it's so junky. It's so this and so that." I can if I got two legs, I got two hands. If I want to complain about something, then change it. That's what I said. Like that's what people do. Oh, the house is so nasty. Oh, it's so. Oh, that's what they. Oh, I ain't going to. So, well, if you got so many things to say about it, clean it up. That's why I say be a support system. Uplift somebody because you never know what somebody's going through or how they're going through it. I don't care how many times they put something on the floor or how many times somebody tell me to do something or do this and do that. If I have to live there, I'm not gonna live like that. That's me. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. I clean it up before I even get on the phone. Oh, girl, you know how, oh, let me tell you about, oh, some, oh, go, all that. That's just mess and drama. If you can do something, instead of talking about somebody, if you can do something about it, do it. Why not be a helping hand? Because that's what I say. People always come in people's lives and want to just try to tear them down other than trying to uplift somebody. Uplift somebody. That's why I like to be in my own zone right here. My own zone. Because you always have somebody that want to talk down on somebody. I don't have time to hear that. I don't have time to hear that. If you're the same way you come over here and you tell me about somebody, what you think you're gonna do behind my back? If you got a big mouth and you want to talk about everybody else, what everybody else problems is, or oh, Shirley, You know, Shirley go with Grove. You know what Grove go with Melissa. You know Melissa go with Paul. You know Paul go with. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care at all. So the same way, I can't be around that. I can't be around it. No. That is just drama. If the same thing that you say out your mouth about somebody else, what makes you think you don't say it about me? But I'm too grand. You can say whatever you want to say about Lakeith because you're not gonna make me look like anything. Because I'm too grand to for anybody to make me look like what you want me to look like. You can say I don't got no teeth at the bottom. You can say I walk with a limp. I walk with a dimp. I don't care. I don't care what you got to say. I don't. I don't care at all. Do it look like my face curl? No, it don't. No, it don't. It don't at all. Cause I'm not put on this earthly land to judge anybody. I'm not put on this earthly land to worry about what your business got going on. If you want me to know about your business and you need help on your business, hey, book an appointment. Book it, buddy. If you need me to know your personal business, book an appointment. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you. But I don't need to know nobody else's business. If you want to book an appointment and talk about your problems, then let's talk about your problems. Let's not talk about everybody else's problems because everybody is not in the same room with you and I. Understand that? If you understand that, then you'll be great in life. You'll be great in life. I'm telling you, you'll be great in life. If you understand exactly what I'm telling you right now, you'll be great in life. I don't need to hear about nobody else's problems. I don't care about what Jane did with Paul. I don't care what Paul did with Susan. I don't care what Susan did with Yolanda. I don't care. I don't concern me. God created me in His own image. If you don't like it, then hey, somebody else will like it. God like it. That's why He created me as who I am. And if you start thinking better, you will do the same thing. And knowing that you was created on this earth to be who you are. And not to portray or be anybody or not to be a follower. Always put yourself first and make yourself a leader. You don't have to follow behind nobody. Just because what Susan is putting in your head and making you follow behind whatever Susan doing, that don't mean that makes you have to do the same thing that Susan doing. So when you start getting in your mind that I can be my own person, I don't have to portray or be nobody. I don't have to act like nobody. I don't have to follow behind somebody's thing behind. Don't follow behind nobody behind because you don't know if you're gonna walk in a poop cloud. Don't nobody want to walk in nobody poop cloud. Don't nobody at all. Don't nobody want to walk in nobody poop cloud. So if you don't want to walk in nobody poop cloud, then that means what? Be your own person. Figure out if you don't have no personality at all, figure it out. Get to know who you are as an individual. Because if you don't know who you are, and God probably looking for you, trying to tell you who you are, but you're not listening because you want to walk behind Yolanda. Start walking behind Yolanda and find yourself. Find yourself. When you find yourself and you start knowing exactly who you are, then life will be much easier for you. Because that means you wouldn't have to seek for anybody's opinion or anybody's attention. When you start knowing who you are, you don't have to give valid you don't have to have nobody validation for you to understand who you are. And ain't nobody on this earthly land can tell you who you are if you already know who you are. You done had your one on time with self. Self love is the best love. So when you start understanding self love, that I can give myself all the love that I need, then you can move forward in life and start praying and start asking God to lead your path. But you got to start with yourself. You got to be that individual that say, you know what? I have to fix myself. I have to fix myself. That's what you got to tell yourself every day. I got to fix myself to be the better version of me. You understand that? Because I am who I am. I am who I am, and I'm proud of who I am, and I'm proud of where I'm at and where I'm standing at right today. I'm proud of it. And when I say behind somebody, don't be behind nobody and somebody get that word for me. Somebody actually, I can't even say it right. I don't even know it right now. But anyways, peer pressure. Somebody peer pressuring you into doing something that you know that is wrong. So when you start being an individual that's saying that I'm supposed to have a mindset, I'm supposed to start thinking of my own. I'm not supposed to worry about what nobody else got going on in their life and whatever. And I'm not supposed to be picking up the phone and saying, oh, you know what? You know what happened at the club last night? You know what, doing this and doing that? Well, why would you want to do that? Why? Because if you're not going to help that individual, then why talk about it? If you're not paying that individual bills, then why worry about it? That means a person needs to start understanding life. So if you want to sit there and talk about somebody, let me tell you about talking about somebody. How about the person that you're trying to call and talk about that person with? How about you go to that individual in their face and tell that individual something that they need to change in their life, or something that's wrong and that you know that you're seeing, but you don't want to help them. You want to talk about them to somebody else. Maybe if you take the time out for yourself and start understanding who yourself is, you won't have to worry about nobody else's problems. You'll be a support system for that person, and then you'll be able to speak to that person in their face and not behind their back, walking behind their back in their poop cloud. God's honest truth. Come on now. When you speak to me, you got to speak to me directly to me. I like to look a person in their eyes when you speak to me, when you talk to me. Because if it's something that I have to tell you, I need to look you in your eyes. I don't need no, if I have to tell you something important, I don't need to talk to you on the phone to tell you something important. I need to look at you in your eyes. Because my eyes tells the truth. I need to look at you in your eyes. Because I know if you're lying. I know if you're telling a story. So phone conversations with me, it don't work like that. A person had to. That's why I say I'm too strong and too. I'm way past all that texting. I don't need to text you. I don't need to text you for anything, because if I am 42 years old, then that means I am what? An adult. I'm grown. That means no. Let's have some our time, and let's talk about our situation. Let's talk about our problems that you have with me. Let's talk about this or whatever. Whatever you told Jane, Paul, and Sam, come over here. Come tell me in my face. Come talk to me as an adult. That's what people are supposed to do. But people don't know how to do that because no communication skills as an adult. An adult don't talk through an adult with conversation, don't talk through music. An adult don't talk through music. An adult don't talk through text messages. An adult don't have real conversations over the phone. An adult having an adult conversation one-on-one with that person that you have a problem with. So when people start learning how to be their own self and stop being somebody else, then the world will be so much easier. You can't follow behind somebody because you think they cool. Oh, they cool. Oh, they so cool. I like to be around them. But that stink behind that you're running behind will get you caught up in some bull crap that you don't need to be, that you're not even in. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the God's honest truth. And that's why a lot of people right today get in a lot of mess because you got that cool person that you like to be around. Oh, they so cool. They so cool. I like to hang around that cool person. Oh, they so cool. They know everybody. They just know they like to be around everybody. So I like to be crunk. I want to be around that person. But that same person that you like to be around when it's time for that person to get involved in some accidents and some all this trouble, all this extra. Birds of a feather flock together. So that means you in it too. That's why I say have your own mind. Start thinking for yourself. Now don't let nobody else think for you. Because when you start letting people think for you, you don't have no control over your life. You don't have no control over your life. When you let somebody either tell you or talk to you any kind of way, you don't have no control over your own life. You don't have no control over your own life. You as an individual have to have control over your own life because a person can lead you in the wrong direction. If you don't catch yourself and start saying, hey, it's time for me to change for the better. It's 25 now, baby. You got to get it together. You got to get it together. Because if you let people lead you in the wrong direction, then what? That means you have no control over your own life. You let a person tell you what you can and what you cannot do. On this earthly land, can't nobody on this earthly land tell me what I can and what I cannot do. Can't nobody tell me what I can and what I cannot do. If I'm not doing nothing that's gonna get me in trouble, if I'm not doing nothing that's not beneficial to my life and making me elevate, making me do it, you can't tell me nothing. You can sit back and enjoy my ride, but you can't tell me nothing. I have my own mind. I think for my own self. I think for my own self. And that's what a lot of people got to start doing, thinking for your own self. Just because somebody tell you, oh, blah, 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 blah. So you follow behind that thing behind. Because like the song say, people walk around like their shit don't stink. You understand that? A lot of people walk around like they don't stink. And that's for real. But a lot of people, if they start getting their own life in line and going down the right path, then you won't have to worry about nothing on no journey that you own in life. You're gonna still have trials and tribulations, what God take you through, but you have to figure out your own life for yourself. Because like I tell you before, if you're not going to move the right foot, God is not going to move the left one. So you have to take control and take all actions over your own life. You as an individual have to start understanding that, hey, this is my life. I was put on this earth for something, but I have to figure that out for myself. So when you start understanding that, you'll be better in life. You'll start knowing things. You'll start getting in tune with yourself. That means when you start loving on yourself and start just understanding yourself, that means you won't have to have this person to complete your world. You will have to have that person to complete your world. When you start understanding who you are at all times. If you ain't figured out yet, 2025. Get it together. Get it together.